You see, atoms are electrically neutral. What does that mean? That means they have equal number of positive substances, which are the protons, and negative substances, which are the electrons. So that's why the charge are stable and they're electrically neutral. But they can't always stay like that. When they're trying to form ionic bonds, they need to become ions. Basically, they need to gain or lose electrons. Let's say I have an electron which is being attracted by a neutral atom. What happens? Well, you see, the electron is negative. So, when it becomes attracted by the atom itself becomes negatively charged ion. So, if X is the atom and an electron is added, then X minus will be the negatively charged ion. Now, this is where we get the concept of electron affinity. Well, basically, the electron affinity tells us about the atom's ability to accept an electron. Now, you can look at it like this. Let's take an atom. Now, without an electron, the atom has a certain energy. And after adding an electron, the atom has a different amount of energy. Now, this energy change is what we call the electron affinity. And the first electron affinity is the energy change that happens in the atom after one electron is added to the atom. Now, this is mostly exothermic, or meaning it comes with the release of energy. And that makes sense because the electron, which has a higher energy, is now coming to settle down in a lower energy orbital. And while doing this, it releases or gives out energy. The second electron affinity of an atom is the energy required to stuff a second electron into the atom. Now, if you can see here, you can see that the oxygen's second electron affinity is plus 844 kilojoules per mole. That means this is not exothermic anymore. This is endothermic. That means it comes with an absorption of energy. Now, what is the explanation for this? Well, you see, in the first electron affinity, you are trying to stuff an electron into a neutral atom. But in the second electron affinity, the atom is not neutral anymore because it already has an electron in it and now it's a negatively charged ion. So, when you bring the second electron close to it, you know that negative repels negative, so there is a repulsive energy here. And for us to overcome this repulsive force, we need to add more energy. And that is the reason why the oxygen's second electron affinity is endothermic and not exothermic. So what have we learned in this video? We have seen what electron affinity is, what the first and second electron affinities are, and how the energies are emitted and absorbed in different cases. So until next time, happy learning!